You look good. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Smiling with Erin D with my bestie, Reality Tea with Krista Marie. And we're going to be right back right after my intro. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to bring up because I was showing Krista all my fun stuff in the backstage. But thanks for being here.
I didn't know you had an intro. I'm so excited.
Thanks to everybody for joining.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep, I have an intro and I have an exit.
Oh my god, I know. I love it. Erin's one. I didn't know how to do my background thing. Erin showed me how to do it last week or a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, here it is. And it finally got there.
I love the backgrounds. I change them all the time. This is my celebratory one, which of course I had to share having Krista on my channel because it's celebrating.
I know. It's like literally it is. I said this earlier. It's like our 3-year anniversary. Has it been 3 years? I think it's been 3 years.
Yeah, it feels like it's been 3 years, I think, since we met. It's so cool. Everybody, please subscribe to Krista's channel. I have it pinned to the top of the Smiling with Erin D. I don't know if she's broadcasting it on her channel too, but if you're on Smiling with Erin D, her channel's at the top.
Yes.
And let's just say hi to everybody before we start. Hi, Juice Radio and Talk Show.
Hi, Juice. Hi, Regina. Maureen. That's your sister, right? Hi, Maureen.
Yeah, Maureen's on there too. Smiling. The Juice is my home channel, so please go subscribe to them. Right there is the channel in the link.
Uh-oh.
There's Maureen, the other owner of the channel, and she does trivia every Saturday right here on Smiling with Erin D. So check it out. It's always really fun. Oh, it's Robin. I love Robin.
I love Robin too. I just messed up my screen. Just pretend I'm here. I can't figure out how to get back to it.
I can see you.
Everything's okay, normal. Oh, wait, here I found it.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, good. Ooh, that scared me. Oh, here I am. Okay, we're good.
So, Krista, do you want to tell the story of how we met, or do you want me to?
You start, because I thought that we met on Adam's channel, right? I thought.
Yes, we met on Up and Adam. I found Up and Adam through Mims, because Mims is the first channel I ever subscribed to, and that would be Make It Make Sense for everybody who doesn't subscribe to him. You should. Mims is amazing. But I met my girl here on Adam's channel, became friends with her in the chat, and then Krista had a channel, so I immediately followed Krista over to her channel. I would be in her chat a lot of times. She always would be like, come up on panel. And I would be like, nope, not gonna happen. And then all of a sudden Krista invites me. She's like, lets me join Twitter with her. She says, hey, go get a Twitter account. Because I'm like, I don't have a Twitter account. She's like, go get a Twitter account. She invited me to a chat in that room. Made me feel even more a part of the group than I was in Up and Adam. We're very grateful to Up and Adam. That's where we met. And then one day, Krista was just the only one on her panel. And she's like,
dying
right up here. And I did. And
then we started the podcast. I was, it's Who Side Do You Want? So I'm Reality with Krista Marie, but it's always supposed to be the Who Side Do You Want podcast. But because of my rants and being a blogger and an angry blogger, which I'm going to just tell you was the harsh reality. That's my old algorithm that I had to get rid of. But anyway, a certain person, Zach, was like, they're not going to like you. You're not going to work. Like, you're just angry. And you got to go on YouTube. You go to see my friend Adam. I'm like, YouTube? No, I'm a loser. I want to be a podcast. But like literally, that was the best thing ever happened to me. Like going on Adam's channel and meeting all of you guys. Like, first of all, as much as I talk shit on Adam now, like I would not be here without him. A year and a half.
100%. I give Adam so much credit, and I'm so grateful to Up and Adam and Jason,
and even Zach for sending me to Adam.
I love Zach Peter. I still follow Zach Peter. I'm subscribed over there. I do whatever that is that you pay a monthly fee, a membership.
I couldn't imagine like doing this and not being like now I can never. I couldn't just do a podcast. I love interacting with people. That's how like I was floundering one night and I was like, I don't know. I guess Who Started Podcast? Did I just ask him like just be my podcast or host or something? I don't know how it started, but
it kind of I came up a couple of times and you're like, hey, can you come up? We had like a talk and you were like, well, I want to be. You had kind of told me your dream. like, just not on the show. It was backstage. We had exchanged numbers. Krista and I've known each other for a long time now. And, but we started talking and you're like, oh, by the way, Krista knows where I live and stuff like that. And she knows this area real well because she's part of Delco. But anyway, yes.
She's from Delco and I'm from the Jersey Shore and we're both fucking crazy. It's crazy. I was like, oh my God, Delco.
So we have a long back history, but as adults, like, because both our childhood things, but like we know each other's area real well. So we have a history there, like, growing up, we know the shared, like, there's sort of a atmosphere to growing up in Delco and Jersey and stuff like that. It's a unique part of the world because I've lived in Connecticut and stuff like that. So this is a unique area.
It's very different. Very different.
It's very different here. So we have that bonded us a lot. But then I think with the podcast, you were like, hey, I just want to get my feet grounded. I want to learn how to do this on my own, but I need another person to just go off of until I get an audience. And I said, so this won't be for too long. And she's like, no. And then it was. We did a long time.
And I was convinced that I would not be able to do it without her. I swear, like, so it got to the point where, like, we did Who Started. I was going to pull up all our first episodes, but, like, I didn't have time to do it, but I will. But, like, we look so, we literally have evolved so much. But, like, just as friends, like, so people will notice, like, I'm a lot, and Erin's completely the opposite of me. But everybody says Erin keeps you grounded. Erin would get, like, she keeps me grounded. She understands my crazy. She understands everything I go through. And, like, I'm telling you, I've had friends for 30 years that I feel like they're just here because they have to be. But, like, Erin has showed up for me in ways that, like, nobody has done in 30 years. She's been more of a best friend to me. So I said I wasn't going to cry.
Don't cry. Because then I'll cry and I'll be terrible.
Because it just, people don't understand friendships. Like, that's not a word that you take lightly. And, like, I struggle so hard with people that come in the comments and how I'm too much. And I'm like, when Erin left, it was for good reasons. We both had to, like, take a break from, we did it for a long time, but we have personal things. But she still literally showed up I cried, like, she showed up to every single live after that. Because I thought she was helping me for good. Like, I just thought she was not going to be there ever again. I'm like, I can't do this without you. I was convinced I could not do this without you.
I knew you could. I knew you were ready. Like, I could feel like, like I didn't need to be there anymore. You had outgrown me in a great way. And I knew that, but I also knew you had to jump off the bridge.
Yeah. And Erin was
never going to jump off the bridge. I was like your training wheels. And
you're also like the glass half full. She was always the glass half full because I'm jaded. And people would say, Erin's just like this because nobody's ever fucked her over. She's never had anything bad ever happen to her. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, no, she's just too nice. And literally,
she said this for a long time. And finally I was like, Krista, do you want to know my story?
Like,
and I'm like, so here's,
I'm homicidal over it. And I'm like,
I said, I had gone through, like, my life experience with my ex and my best friend, how they had an affair, and just found out so much about him during the divorce, and just like, I did not marry well. I did not marry a good guy, which, is what it is. It's a life experience I've lived, and I've forgiven both of them, even though you can forgive and not want them to be part of your life, because everybody's like, oh, you forgive and then you let them back in. No, you can forgive and say, okay, and you stay over there.
And that's the best part of it is how the friendship that you got out of it from that person.
I got Jake out of it. That was her husband, and he is my forever person. I always say that, like, Jake and I will get old together now. Like, that's it. That's my person for life.
You're not together. They're friends. They're just really.
No, we're just friends, but we're best friends. We're a family, and we are a family for life. She just
had kids, right? Because of the kids.
Yeah, they had kids, and those kids I'm still Aunt Erin. It didn't change that. We checked with the therapist. Like, he did everything right when we got divorced. He went to a therapist, said, should Erin back out or should Erin stay in? And therapist said, no, it would be more dangerous for Erin to leave their life and then to just, like, lose all these people because of this stuff. Because kids didn't do anything wrong. They were just in it. And as adults, we had to just do what was best for them. So I'm so grateful they are still a part of my life, and I just love them to the moon and back. There's
It's
no love like that in this world. Thank you, Money Grace.
I see, like, I think I don't know. I can't really say too much. She definitely is.
No, like my sister's got this right. I'm no angel. Nobody is.
She is she really is. An earth angel is what you are. To me, you're my earth angel. If you really know
I feel like people bring people into your life and in and out of your life like when they're supposed to be in your life. I truly believe this. I believe like people connect and disconnect and
I don't
when
feel
they're supposed to.
There's only two. It takes me so long to feel at home with anything. I've only lived at my parents' house and the shore houses. So that's like they were my home. And then I lived here for 10 years. So it's my home. And when I think like I feel very abandoned, like I have a fear of abandonment, right?
Yeah.
I feel so, but my home is with people, right? So there's only, and then like Maureen is my home, my best friend. And then I think whenever I think if I didn't have her, like Erin, I think Erin is my home. Like, and I've literally never even been to her house, but like being with her, if I ever left my husband, I would need to be with her.
Yeah.
Not her. Like I would be like her.
I know what you mean though. You're connected to people's soul.
I keep using McBee Dynasty. I want to be your Galena. It's like I'm just gonna be there because I need to be here for a little bit because Mike literally can't hear because I hate it. But no, like Erin, she makes me feel like home, and that's like crazy. We all find each other. We have, and that's why people laugh. They're like, "Who cares about reality TV?" I'm like, "Well, fucking hope a lot of people." But like literally, sports. It runs like Sports Center. We do. Think about it.
We run it like Sports Center. We know each other so well, and
this shit runs like.
Who would have thought reality TV would bring so many people together? And look, you got like people in the chat, Money Grace, Shay, and Reality TV Console that I always mispronounce, and I'm so sorry. We love Robin, who is the wisest person. I love to go to Robin. She's so wise and so smart. It's cool.
Okay, Kathleen and Maureen. She's not an angel. Really love her. Look, I don't think my sisters are angels. People might think the one is, and people might think I am. I don't know, but like, probably not. No.
I think we're all just doing what we're supposed to do.
Well, listen, we literally, I do. Like, I feel like this was supposed technology. Everybody's so afraid of AI. This is AI. But we used it for good. We took the technology, we used it for good because we brought everybody together. And it's not just about reality TV for me. It's literally the community. Because even when I'm not talking on my channel, I'm on other true crime channels or Aaron channel. I have to get back on your channel, but like we're literally on here anyway. So it's like the community. I have a community of people here, and like they don't have to show up for me. They literally do not have to show up. They don't even nobody owes me shit. Nobody owes you anything. And literally they show up, and it's like I think about that a lot. Like and checking on me and stuff, and I'm not used to that. I'm always the one checking up on everybody. Like I'm always one to take care of everybody else. And like it exhausts me because I just can't help it. It's just the way I am. I fully feel responsible for everybody. I can't even take care of myself, right? But then it's like, you guys show up and I'm like, they don't have to, like literally. And it's been 3 years we've been doing this. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 3 years. No, it's been. I keep saying last year. I'm like last year.
No, we met in 2020, so that's been almost 4 years. Almost 4 years, but it was 3 years since your podcast we did together. But it was 4 years when we met.
Because I spent a year and a half going on my Adam's channel. Literally a year and a half every day. Yeah. And my class was ready by 9:30, and I don't know how. Like it was done by 9:30, but it was. And I'm crazy. You guys know that. Like, and there was no reason. And he took me up, he took me in, and then he dumped me. It's okay.
But maybe he was just training us too.
Like how we have
your channel blew up. Your channel is 20,000 now.
I know it took 3 years. I know, but I think that's.
But you were at like 2,000 for like years.
But so many people have like 20,000 in like 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those people are like famous.
That's like I don't know. I guess I compare myself.
Mims took a long time because I've been part of Mims since he was like 300 subscribers.
Yeah, I see. I doing that. I compare myself to other people, but I know that I have issues. Like I know.
No, Mims was a long time too. I mean, when he exploded, he really exploded. And now he's at I think he's at 175,000.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, he's close to getting 200,000.
I got to give him credit though. He deserves it. Like he does deserve it.
Yeah, he does. He's like on every day, 2 times a day. He works his butt off.
He works at it. He gets the interviews. He gets the tape, everything.
I love Mims.
I know. I could do a lot more. I could do a lot more, but I'm happy with where I'm at because I can't take when sometimes my chat goes up to a lot of people on a Friday, I'm like freaking start to freak out. I'm like, oh my God, why are they watching me? Why I want them to watch me. Why are they watching me? And then I'm like, I'm looking at my hair.
Yeah.
They're playing with my hair. Stop playing with my hair.
Yeah. I think that's where I first met Shay, was on Mims's channel too.
You and Shay would call, like, I would like have these lives and it would be like, something would be messed up and both of you would still be on there. And Ayako too would be like, Krista,
Yeah.
we're good here, like talk to me for hours and just like talk me through it, try to figure out how to get this working.
Yeah.
Because I gotta get videos. I'm gonna bring up videos of me and Erin. I'll make that. Like maybe I'll do it one day because I was looking at them and how different we look. Like all my different backgrounds, I have different backgrounds. My hair is all different.
When I was on your channel in the beginning, you were the unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I say all right. So
that's when I met you. I didn't meet you during Harsh Reality. I met you when you were the unpopular opinion.
To dump the tax, get rid of the Harsh Reality. He said you cannot be the Harsh Reality any longer because the algorithm was not letting me do it. Like I was already banned by Facebook and all that, so that had me banned on social media, and that was really important. So I had to literally change it to. Dana was like, do the unpopular opinion. Him and actually her and Jason, and then I was so married to like reality, like Harsh Reality, because I've always had the reality part. I was like, no, I can't do this unpopular opinion. I got to be Harsh Reality. It's been a year. And he's like, no. And I was like, all right, fine. And I don't know. I think it was Jordan actually, like reality with Krista Marie. It's like, oh, there you go. And that's what stuck.
Yeah.
3 different channels because and then after a year and a half, I went back to my old Instagram and I changed it back. I took out Harsh Reality and I used it and they literally everything's been fine. Like I get subscribers and.
Yeah. And really since in September last year, we were talking, I was going to Disney World and we started talking and you were like, I think I want to go. By the way,
I was
why Muddy Grace's comment is up. Muddy Grace, this is what Muddy Grace gave me.
Oh.
And I got to use it in Disney World. I got a popcorn maker. She sent me a gift card to get my popcorn maker. And I use this at home all the time. And I think of Muddy Grace every time I do. It's like I just love it so much.
I know. Like, I have the little thing.
Because people are like, oh, you're not real friends. I was like, no,
we're real
friends because, like, and you don't even, like, most people, when somebody does something, you remember it. Like, I always think of Muddy Grace when I touch my popcorn maker or do anything with that. Because
same to me and her too.
We're real friends. Because I met her on Bravo and she knew I was in love with Disney way before I had this channel.
Yep. She sent me a birthday gift. I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't, like and that's the thing. Like, I can't wait for you to get your gift. I wish you knew today. I sent her something because I was like, nobody knows what it is except for the people that are making it. But like, I saw it. I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. And I wanted it to get there by today, but it's not going to get there till Monday. But you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm like the person that gets people gifts and I want to tell them I can't wait.
Yes. I know you are. I'm the same way though.
But yeah, like I know people think it's so good. Like, oh, who cares about reality TV? And like, oh, you guys, like, no, these are my people. Like, Erin's my people. She's like, we talk on the phone for hours. Like, she literally she knows when I need her to be on the phone with me. And then sometimes she probably doesn't want to hear me talk and not take a breath.
That is not true. I love you.
But she
picked up a bad habit doing that though from.
And I'll like, she's like, well, listen, I gotta get off in 15 minutes because I'll be like, look, I'll tell you something. But it's not a long story, I swear. And she's like, I got to get off in 15 minutes.
I always prefer, like, if I have to do something else, because if I promise somebody something, I am very much like I keep my promises.
I know you do. I'm just so hard. Like I just keep talking and I forget. I don't watch the time. But I know. I keep thinking I'm in my thing. I'm trying to post comments. I'm like, wait, something's not working.
No, I know it's weird, right? When I was over on your channel, I felt weird. I was like, well, don't know.
I said it just like when you're just a talent, you just got to show up. It's so much better. Yeah. But like I'm telling you, like I've met and the people that we see in our chat now and they're in my chat have literally shown up all the time, and they don't have to, but they do. Yeah. And it's crazy. Like I know it's hard. It's hard for me to even get to my own lives. So it's hard to like, I know how hard it is to even get to somebody else's. I can't imagine like everybody that just are just there for us all the time. It means so much. It doesn't mean literally everything, really. Showing up.
I can't believe people keep showing up to my lives. I'm like, people are showing up.
It really, when you think about it, it's like it's so hard. It really
Yeah,
means so much because I know it's door to day. We have all different
yeah,
time zones. Half of our people are around the different side of the
yeah.
country, different time zones. Yoko used to stay up just to do our lives with us.
I know.
Eight,
I'm
right.
gonna. I told Aiko I'm gonna do 1 in the morning soon for her, just so that it's like her nighttime, so we can flip it for her.
I had Jordan on my channel. She was there for me for a long time. Jordan, like she was on my
Yeah,
channel for a long time, and we spent hours and hours and hours doing this, and then like me and Erin spent hours. I'm like telling you, and she has never left me. But I swear, like I have lost
we
my.
did break up the right way.
Yeah, we did it seriously. Podcast breakups that are so toxic. I laugh at it
Yeah,
because I don't
I
get it.
I didn't. When you kept saying we broke up and stuff like that, I was like, we never broke up. And
Because it
then you
didn't
would
feel
hear,
like it.
but then
But
you
we
would. I've
did it.
learned, like, especially as I've opened this channel and other people are like, talking about collabing with me and stuff like that, and I was like, "W it's really amazing to, like, be like, oh, but I went through this bad experience, I went through this bad experience." I'll be like, "Oh, I did Krista's, but we're still best friends." And she's like, "Yes, and that's odd."
It
I'm
is
like
because nobody. I don't
and I'll
get it.
be like I'm like, "I did Krista's for a while, and I didn't
Like
do Krista's,
months,
but we're
6,
still
7
best
months.
friends," and they're always like, "That's a rarity that you leave a channel." I was like, "Man,
It's
I never thought I left, I just went to the chat." And they're like, "Yeah, even that doesn't happen."
No, and it's you see it. Like look at all the people that fight publicly, like
Yeah,
Kim and David and Adam and Jason and Zach. That's still going on 2 years later. That's
that's
so toxic.
crazy.
Why? There's enough of us. Why it doesn't? Now I was like,
Yeah,
listen, I got my feelings for like 10 minutes, my
yeah,
like 10 days, and I'm like, she's leaving me. I can't do this. But like, it. I was. This is what us. This is what a
yeah,
podcast breakup should be. Where like literally we still
yeah,
support each other. There's no reason to have
yeah,
to make somebody choose sides and then not support that person when they
yeah.
don't choose your side, especially when
No.
you're wrong. But it's like
No, we did I was just and when everybody else, I was like, I was only ever supposed to be temporary.
I did. I know, and I forgot.
Yeah, Krista, like, saw the long run, but I was like, I was always supposed to be temporary. When we started, it was just a temporary thing until her channel started to blow up. And I was always supposed to be temporary for her to get her courage up. But then I think if I'd stayed longer, it would have been harder.
I would have because I was
I
starting to.
think
I
we
wanted to do a
left
podcast too. Remember, I was like, we got to
yeah,
turn this into a podcast. I was
podcast,
trying to do it
and
last
I was
year.
like, no, 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 that's you're going on your own to the next level.
And it took me a year. Literally, it took and literally. So after that, I stopped doing Who's Studio and I was just doing I don't know, just doing random stuff. I think I was
Yeah,
doing recaps, but then by last summer, I was losing. I was like floundering. I'm like, I felt like things were spinning around me, and I
yeah,
couldn't make a decision. And I was still at 2,000. Wasn't that high, but as soon as me and Erin we were talking one day, and
yeah,
let's do a random Who's Studio one. I'm like, yeah, that's so exciting. And then
yeah,
something hit me, and I'm
yeah,
like, Erin, I'm doing this now. Like I'm fucking
yeah,
doing this. I'm
yeah.
gonna show up Monday,
It
every
was
Monday, Wednesday,
before my
Friday.
Disney trip, and I was like, "So, hey, do you wanna do one when I get back?"
Just randomly.
And she's
'Cause I'm
like,
like,
"Yeah, let's, like, promote it through the month and say, 'Hey, Aaron's coming back, we're gonna do Whose Side for a week.'" And it had just been when I was starting to think, "Well, I might wanna do a channel," and Chris was like, "Okay, we'll think about it, but come on my channel, we'll do the Whose Side, see how you feel about being back on camera, and let's go from there." Um, this is Maureen's hat.
I was gonna say, does she really? What's up with the hat? Did you steal it?
Yes.
That would be my sister would do that shit. If I had my sister's shirt on, she'd come on the live and go, "That's my fucking shirt." She would.
Technically, I didn't steal it. She had 2. Well, I guess that is stealing. But
You're borrowing it. Well, we don't. When you listen, my sister
I'm
and I,
using the second one. I didn't take the one she wears.
me and my sister still fight about that. If she'll come here and swear I took it, we're in almost 50 years old, and we will literally. She knows what to do and gaslight the shit out of me, my sister. Like, oh my god.
I
But
wanted a different hat for today, so I just,
wait,
borrowed
Erin
it.
used to wear bows all the time. I forgot.
I
You're
do. I
so
still wear
funny.
my bows. I have
Erin,
bows right here.
we would she wouldn't coordinate them with me when we do our lives, but like there's so many times where we would go live and it would be color coordinated with her.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe because of maybe the episode or the franchise we were doing. But there
Yeah,
was
I used to try and match, like, the color, like, usually
yeah.
we did a lot of times Beverly Hills. Remember, girls would be coordinated. We tried to coordinate with the girls. Did that episode.
Erin always listen, and we have this long. I mean, I still have a long running thing about Erica. Like, I said Erin was my glass half full, and I would literally put that in the live because I was I'm jaded all the time. So I'm always like, you're fucked up. They're just fucked up. And Erin's like, no, let's give them a chance. And literally it took a little while, but she talked me into no. All right. So with Erica, I just believe she knew the whole time. And Erin does not believe she knew the whole time. But
now it's coming out in court. She didn't.
I have to watch that. Oh my God. I swear after this live, I was going to go deep dive into this goddamn case that.
Yeah. The best part when that came out, I was like, I have to tell Krista there is no proof that she knew. The proof when she decided to leave him is when she did start to get suspicious.
That's what I said.
She was leaving him when that happened.
But see,
when she started to separate the finances to get out is when but she was leaving him.
But I said that. Good. I said if she found out prior to leaving him, then say that. But don't say you found out the day after you filed for divorce. That's where I was like,
no. She wasn't sure what she found though.
Well, I mean,
she started to get. There's no proof she actually figured out what it was. She just. And which she admitted on the Zach Peter interview.
Yeah.
She said there were things when she was leaving, she thought, well, that doesn't really add up. But she was like already had like the rental stuff and stuff like that. She literally was leaving the house going, this does not make sense.
You want to hear my theory? Okay.
I think we should leave the Erica on your channel. Let's go.
I mean, listen.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't you tell the doctor that this old man was at the bottom of a cliff and unconscious for 6 hours? Unless you want him dead. I'm just saying. I mean, let's just be honest. I would want the motherfucker dead too if he fucked my life up like that. If this dude fucking stole all this money and messed up my goddamn life and was going to leave me holding the bag, I'd leave him at the bottom of the cliff too. I'm just saying.
Erin
talked me into having a heart with Erica, and I'm like, all right, I'll take that side because then I can see everything she's done. I can see exactly why she did everything she did. Because if I found out and I really didn't know, where I was suspicious, and he really is leaving her holding the bag because he's like, I'm on a conservatorship. I can't. I'm so upset that we're not in the courtroom. Why would you not show us this? I am so
because hold on, federal things do not get broadcasted.
Why not? Amber Heard.
No. After all, that's why we didn't see a bunch of different things.
God damn it! I want to
stop swearing. This is a PG channel.
Sorry. Well, you know me.
I know. That's why I've only say it when I'm like, no, you're going to go off more. So
it does take me a while, but like it takes me a while when I start cursing. Everybody told her, but whatever, it's fine.
Anyway, let's move on.
Erin's always
how we go down a rabbit hole.
But this is what we do.
This is what we do.
But with Jersey though, we agree on Jersey now, don't we?
We do.
Like, because it's I mean, obviously it's indefensible, and I just don't. I don't
think it's defensible on that show.
And I'm just happy though because they're still doing. So I looked at even October 5th, Melissa, Rachel, and Danielle are doing another Housewives dinner. They're doing one this weekend, actually tomorrow, and they're doing one, and it's called Housewives. So I feel like they know they might be safe, and I feel like they should be safe.
I don't know who's safe. I think it's going to be a while before Bravo tells us.
I feel like everybody. When I think about it, I see just dark. I don't feel good about it at all anymore. I don't feel like I said I'm fucking done. I'm done. I will not do this anymore. If she comes back, I really will not talk about it again. But I got excited. Listen, it was so bad that I got excited for OC. I'm excited for Beverly Hills.
Everything is going good.
I want to go. I was going to go. It's really expensive.
Yeah, it's like $140 per person or something.
Yeah, and I have to buy the other ticket. And I was like, oh no, I might go get one.
Yeah, I would not be affording that just for them.
And it's like I get to hang out with them if I want to. I can just hang out with them for free, but like then it won't be like a thing. Like I'm like, what the? I'm like, huh? What? I said, you guys are sick. You're sick. I was like, I'm not coming. They're like, you're funny. I'm like, I'm not coming. I'm not paying. No. We're not that famous. God damn it.
If it was like $40 or even 50.
Like, Rachel, are you fucking out of your mind? I didn't make it up. I'm like, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. Yeah. I'm not doing the VIP package. Sorry, I'm saying I'll be home. What the? whatever. I might do October though, because that gives me time to pay $150.
Oh, what that makes it seems is like they might be jobless and need that money. Their stuff has always been expensive because the boys have been doing it for years, and theirs is still like $150 too. So
I didn't know. I didn't realize. I don't know. I was like, whoa. Oh. And I realized, Kim D's posh tickets are expensive. You know what? They actually match the posh tickets. They match. And I've been going to the posh fashion. I mean, it matches that prices, and Luann's show matches that price. So, I mean, yeah, people that don't live here are probably like, oh, they're so famous. To me, I'm just like, all right. I see it. Because they are iconic. I mean, think about it. It's just weird for me. Because around here, like, think about it, Erin, you're right. We don't really look at, like, I'm not looking at Hollywood going, if I don't have a hall pass, my hall pass is like Ryan Bailey. You know what I mean? Like, I like literally fangirl over other podcasters. Like, I don't.
Yes.
It's weird around here. Like, that's why I think Melissa doesn't care about fate. Nobody around here cares about fucking fame. It's the money they have.
We've Krista and I have made like a list of like other podcasters we would like to collab with. Like my number one, dream one would be to have Mims on my channel.
Oh,
because for me, Mims started everything, and I think that would be like such like a come home moment to get Mims to come on my channel.
That would be awesome.
I'd be too nervous to ever ask him, but I think it would be like a come home. Hey, Mims showed up on my channel. That's like one of those moments. Same as like Ryan Bailey, I think was your inspiration. So
Ryan Bailey has been, because he was the first. I didn't know what podcast. We were blogging, and somebody was like podcasting. I was like, what? Oh, we talk about that shit on okay. So I started listening. This was in 2020 or 2020. And Ryan Bailey was the first one that I found, and he was just the podcast where you just listen to him, right? And I was like, I'm obsessed. Like, and he hated Jax. So that was my whole reason. But my blogs are always about the Kardashians, and like, so Zach's people were reporting me, by the way. It was Zach's group that reported me on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
That's why him and I got in a little bit of a thing because he wouldn't talk to me when I was like, I need your advice. But anyway, back to the whole thing. Ryan Bailey, to me, I supported him from day one. Went through, but there's a whole thing. I don't follow him now because I've never asked him to collab with me, and I get so upset that but he's literally, to me, I would feel like I would be afraid that I would mess it up. So I just want to like him. I'm like, I don't want to mess it up and make him think he already thinks I'm either batshit fucking crazy and he's scared of me because I did not have etiquette. I didn't know podcast etiquette. I was on his ass. I was sending him DMs like crazy, like a psycho. I didn't realize that was so crazy of me. That's I probably scared the shit. I really definitely scared him because he'd be on Adam's channel and act like I wasn't there, but he knew I support him. But that's the whole thing. I'm obsessed with you, Ryan, and you know this. Not in a creepy way. Then we found that he has a girlfriend. That freaked me out. But anyway, I have a husband.
It didn't freak me out. Okay, so we know who our top are. Who would be your next?
Weird to me.
Who's your next person you want to like either guest on your show or collab with?
Dana.
You have a second?
Ryan Bailey, Dana, and then I do have Adam on there. So, Zach, and then number 3 was Zach, and I think that's because he just refuses to do it with me. I don't know why, because we probably would fight the whole time. But he refuses. Zach has refused to answer me about this. And I don't know why other people don't say something to him. Like, I want somebody just to ask him why. Why don't you ever collab with Krista? He would probably ignore the chat. I'm guaranteeing it. He ignores it. He'll answer everything else in a conversation with me except for that. And I know that I am hard to fucking collab with. I'm hard to deal with. Like I do, I'm a lot. But like, but see, that's only because I think it's because I can't have him. So that's why he's number 3.
Yeah. Mine would be I'd have like a bunch of preachers on, and I'd ask them why they each started, because I would just find that interesting. Like to get like a bunch of preachers on, ministers or preachers, and just like be like, what led you here? Because I love people's story like that. So I don't know if I have a specific person other than like a big thing. I think that would be like my dream scenario.
See, that's awesome too, because I think about it. I would like to know like Mim's whole story too. Why? How did he? Like, what got him to where he was at? Why are you here? And all that too. And I think about Ryan Bailey. I don't know like I know Dana's backstory, but I had no idea her mom passed away in a car accident when she was 10. I didn't know that. So like there's like when I think about it, that would be interesting. Like literally know what made them want to do this.
Exactly. I always think about that, like the people that come on the juice, and I'm always like, I would love to know that. What got you here? And what made you what was your calling and
So
stuff like that.
grateful for I'm so grateful for YouTube because we can go to church and it's not even church with the Jewish radio.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's not
Yeah.
just talking about church stuff, but
Yeah.
ministry. Go there and worship 3 or 4 days a week, right? 5 days a week, 4
Yeah.
days a week, and also talk about reality TV. And you can, and it's everybody's welcome. It's non-denominational.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. YouTube, we can do that. Like I can go and get
Yeah.
that. You don't have to leave my house, which is kind of crazy. I have everything here I need. But just the fact that we can go on YouTube and we can go there. If you
And
want to
we can find what we need on YouTube now.
and
Yeah.
Regina
You can
is there,
go to Living in Grace Ministry when you need a preaching and you cannot emotionally get out of your house or you can't physically or something like
right.
that. You can go find those lessons. You can go to a Bible study now online with the Jewish Radio and Talk Show.
I'm not doing well, guys.
Have everything.
Yeah, you can sit there and chat and say, I'm not doing well, guys. I'm not doing well. And literally, you can just go there and just be there. And then Regina, she's just there. Like, and it also like Bishop or Pastor, he does something at 7 in the morning.
Bishop Kimbrough has Real Talk Live on Wednesday. We have Pastor Lorenzo on Living in Grace Ministry at 7 a.m. on Saturdays.
That's when I always catch. Because
I know you're usually there.
Yeah, I'm because I'm up that early, but that's what I'm saying. Like this runs like Sports Center because people laugh and they think this is funny. Oh, I don't know what time you're on. I'm like, listen, it's 24/7 on YouTube, Twitter, even social media. We're always talking about one of these issues. We can find out what these people are doing. Like I know what Erica does. It's crazy. We know what they do on a daily basis, and it's just crazy because you got people following them and it's all over the place, and that's fucking funny to me. Sorry, but people we enjoy talking about it. I swear, and I didn't even monetize so recently, but I did this. Because I love doing this. I found Ryan Bailey, and I could not believe that I could talk literally instead of blogging and because nobody was responding because I'm like a nightmare. Imagine me just texting. I sound like really angry because people call me angry, and I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm laughing. I'm just Jersey. But Zach's like, they have to see you. They don't understand.
They're so passionate.
Yes, people don't understand you're laughing when you're saying you're telling Teresa. Literally, I told her I was going to fruit punch her and fucking Facebook. They kicked me the fuck off. And I have all this. I still have all the names of the listen. I still have it all saved for some reason because the Kardashian curse got me kicked off for good too. And I told Teresa I was going to fruit punch her. I didn't even say fruit. I didn't say throat punch. I said fruit punch. But and listen, and every time for the last 3 years that I've gotten in trouble on social media, I realized it was because of Teresa, and recently it was because of Louis, and now I'm just laughing at it. I'm like, I'm good. I love them. I'm just allergic to seafood. That's all. I'm allergic to seafood.
Okay, so what is your third goal for your channel?
Well, all right. So right now, so this is the weird thing. Now, when I found Ryan's channel, I was so impressed. I said, "Oh my God, I didn't realize it. I still thought it was unattainable." I didn't realize it was 2020, guys. Everybody was starting to do podcasting. It was like an evolution of bloggers because it was 2020 and we were all in the house, right? That was the year of COVID. So I was watching him do this and I'm like, okay. So then I would talk to Zach and I'm like, so it was Erica got divorced and I was like, Zach was the first person to respond to me. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, wait, so I can go on your Instagram and I would go on his Instagram live. Then I'm like, oh my God, I want to do this. But so it was a year. So I was starting to get into I was starting to be awakened, right? So manifesting was something I was thinking about, but I thought no, so I'm going to manifest something completely impossible. And I said, a year from now, I want to be on my own channel on a podcast talking with Ryan Bailey. And because he would have all these people on and I want to be one of these people. And I'm like, I'm such a loser. That'll never happen. And don't you know, within an effing year, he was on Adam's channel and I was on Adam's channel with him. And I realized this is what I manifested. And it actually came to fruition within a year. And I didn't realize, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, and then literally, so I've been doing that now. And I my manifest, with me getting my channel, I have to put my podcast episodes up. I don't upload them on the podcast side like I should. I'm really fucking bad at it. Sorry, I'm horrible at it. But it is on the podcast tab on YouTube. But if you go to my podcast, my episodes haven't been there since the beginning of Jersey because I just stopped uploading them. But I have to do that. But my whole goal was my goal. All right, so my third people after Dana is Brown Brothers. The Brown Bros.
Oh, Bros. So you just love us Philly people.
Listen, yes, because I'm telling you, they know me. We know each other. Our opinions are matched. And me and the other Steele, one of them has been through.
Steele, I think
they're sober, And I'm like so impressed with him because he
Yeah.
knows that I know that it doesn't matter. Like we talk about what's his name, Carl, and how
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, you're not sober because you smoke," and he doesn't drink. Listen, I'm sober from the drugs that were killing me. Like just like
Yeah.
he said, I'm sober from crack. Da, da, da. Same here. You know, I
Yeah.
might
And
smoke
the
pot.
alcohol he drank.
Yes, and he gets that. Steele gets that, and he just says, "I'm 6 years sober." Guys, like I don't know anybody that it's so fucking hard when
Yeah,
you don't
really.
want to be an adult sober, and then you have to do it, but you have to want it. It took me
Yeah.
17 times. I was 36. 17 times I went to rehab. I was in prison. I nothing, and I said I'm never going to stop doing drugs. I need drugs to self medicate. I did not have peace of mind until I was here, and I'm here with my husband, and I started to realize I don't have to live like this. Like I
Yeah.
didn't. My dad was a really bad. Like I was my dad. Like I was living like a. There's no way. Like me and my
Yeah.
dad were both on drugs. We got sober together. We went away together. It's crazy story, but we did. But he's just they're all outlaws. You know what I mean? So I had no future. I didn't think, but I didn't know what peace of mind was until I moved to
Yeah.
here, and I was like, I'm not worrying about my house isn't going to get raided. I don't have to sell drugs anymore. I don't have to be a drug
Yeah.
addict. And my husband loved me enough. Like I'm telling you, it's so weird. He's so like he's like you. He's
You,
literally like Erin. He's the most quiet. He does the same damn thing every day. He had the same job for 27 years. He bought this house from his parents. It's been paid off. The dude has done the same thing every day. 3:45 up work. I'm telling you, plays PlayStation. I bought him a PlayStation 2014, and he's still playing it to this day. And I'm still here. We're still on our first date, by the way. I
yeah.
literally came from
I
nowhere.
love that. I love when you say that
I'm
you're still
telling
on your
you,
first date.
I
That's like my
I
favorite
thought
thing.
I have some creeper that was hitting me up at 3 in the morning because he was friends with my best friend's boyfriend. And I'm like, what does this do? What tell your friend to stop hitting me? I'm not gonna have sex with him. I'm not gonna hook up with this guy. I don't know him. And she's like, just
Yeah.
me, that was a nice guy. Fine. So I start texting him. I was like, oh my God, we text for 3 days straight, all day, every day. And we were sending pics. By the time Friday came, we saw each other's parts, okay? And I thought we were just gonna have sex. And I'm telling you, it was a Saturday, and I'm still here. Like it was weird. I just knew. He said he knew in a couple of days. He literally called out of work on Monday. Like I stayed over. I didn't leave. And like within a week, I was going home, but then I was like leaving my stuff here. And he's like, just leave your stuff here. And it's been 10 years. I'm like, and you see what I've done. Like I've turned this into our home.
Yeah.
I've become really close. Like his mom passed away on my birthday a year before I met him. Never met her in my life, but she lived in this house. She passed away in this house. This was her house. This was their house growing up. This was his everything. And I've
Yeah.
taken everything of hers and I've upgraded it. Like I've made like candle
Yeah.
holders of things, and like my yard, I cry out times my yard. She loved doing her garden, and
And
like
you
I
love doing the
feel
garden.
and he's like, you're my mom. Like he just thinks he's like everything my mom.
Your
He's
his
like
mom sent you to him.
yeah, and I feel like my Busha, my Busha that she passed away when I was 4. No, I'm sorry, I was 7. I'm telling you, I feel like they're together. I'm telling you, I have the birds. I got cardinal stories, okay? But I feel like they're always there. And my brother-in-law who passed away last year, he's George's basically his Irish twin. We raised this
Yeah.
kid. We all live in the same house, but like, so his mom and dad are all passed now. They all passed in this house. And it's like I know they're here, and I'm so spiritual that I hear them and see. Like I don't see them, I hear them, and I see different things that happen. But like I'm so close to her, and I didn't meet her. She died on my birthday though,
Yeah.
and we have. I'm telling you, our brothers and sisters, we have the same. They're all have the same birthdays. My dad and his brother have the same birthday. My mom has. It's so weird, and it's like we both our brothers are Sean and Mike. It's just so crazy, and like my husband is like so quiet. People think he's miserable, and like he probably think they probably think he hates me. And I have done some shit, and this dude just like, and I'm just like, why do you love me? I'm so crazy. Don't marry me. What's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know what I mean? He literally, I was with him for 7 months. He paid off my fines. It was like $13,000. That, and then he started paying the IRS for me because that's why I went to prison. But I stole from the IRS and the mortgage company. But he paid all my shit off so I could get off of probation early. And I didn't. They still kept me on. But I was literally on it since the time I was 17, and it was 36 when I got off it. It was 2017. I still feel like that was like a couple years ago. I can't believe it's 2024 already. It's almost over. It's literally this time has gone by so fast. Erin, I kept saying last year when we did our podcast, you're like, it's been 2
I know
years.
you're like we met 2 years ago, and I was like, no, we met 4 years ago.
Literally, time just flew by.
Because I've been a part of the juice now
for a year, right? Like at least a
for
year.
2 years. 2 years because a month after Dad passed, I found Regina.
I can't believe it's soon. I'm like her dad passed.
And I never imagined like that I'd be so much a part of the juice. Like I
loved it.
I do.
I
I
love
love
it. Erin has never gone. Erin has never. Erin is literally. Erin is the connecting piece to all of us, though. You really are. You have connected all of us together. Even though without my channel, without Adam's channel, you are still in our DMs because we're still on Instagram together. We still have Instagram channel. We still have our whatever you call them,
group
Instagram
chats and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we were still there, but Erin's always like Juice is live, Chris is live, shit is live. And like I'm like, okay, thank you. Like Erin literally was our connecting piece and always brings us together. And I really do like I get proud of her when she says she's my best friend because I'm like, oh, she still thinks I'm her best friend. Like I still like I feel like sometimes guys, I've lost my mind.
I have a video coming out with this, but Mims connected me to Adam, which
Yeah,
connected me to you. You connected me to A22, and A22 is how I met Regina, the Juice Radio and Talk Show.
See, I met all of you through Adam, I think, and then you connected me with the Juice. AT2 connected me. I met AT2 very, very in the beginning.
Yeah.
He actually got me on my StreamYard. He my first StreamYard.
Yeah.
I forget how I met AT2 though. I had to be no, I met for Sherelle from Adam and then Sherelle.
Oh, okay.
He was on Sherelle and Perry. Way back when. He still is. This is back when Adam was on Sherelle. Before Adam had a falling out with everybody. But like it just
I wish him the best, and I know he's doing great, and
I forget to say that when I talk shit that like I listen to out of hurt. It's just out of hurt. Like it's just out of hurt. That's all it is. Like I love Adam so much and I love Jason. I was literally going to move to Florida. If George retired, I was going to go to Florida wherever they were because I will podcast on 90 with Adam. I loved being on there. Like, and I'm telling you, he's still on my list of people. Like, all right, so after Mims, who would be your people? We have 10
Mims, I think I would love to do a panel with like preachers and stuff and just get to ask like, those questions that I definitely have some preachers I would like, but I don't really. Look, obviously Regina, Pastor Lorenzo, Bishop Kimbrough, but also I don't know him. I just like know him through Pastor Scott. I would just because he became a cop and then a preacher, and I was like, what? How did you do that? I want to know how you become a cop and then go to a preacher. I just think he'd be interesting.
I always feel like maybe something happened. Like, what was the moment that you realized?
Yes, what is the moment you jump? See, I would find that so interesting to learn. Like, yes. I don't know these people. Like, they probably think I was crazy.
Like, you did the same thing. Like, what was the moment that her and her husband decided that they were going to be living Grace Ministries or like just be those? I don't know. Maybe sometimes there is like something that happens, or maybe there isn't something that happens that makes you just like I wouldn't know with me like forever. I'm telling you, people think it's I don't want to use the word awakening. I feel like that's too mainstream, but I've been feeling like this my whole life. I just didn't know what it was, and I'm telling you, and when 2020 hit, it was something just. I can actually remember the day I was listening to Kay Casey's podcast. So Kay Casey does podcasts with like all rowdy TV. She was another one with Ryan Bailey. So I found her. I found Kay Casey and all that. And she was supporting it. She would say she does this thing where like all these shows to watch for the week, and she had this lady on that had a near-death experience.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, when people actually that's really I'm like, wait a minute, really? Yeah. So I heard her story. And Kay Casey said it's you got to hear the story. It's on Netflix. It's called Surviving Death. I'm telling you, it was January 16th, 2020. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the story. And I'm telling you, it was the most changed my life. I was bawling my eyes out because that's when I realized that heaven was real. Like I'm telling you, I did not really. Yeah. I knew that there was something, but I just said the higher power. I did not know what it was. I didn't realize that I had died also. Like I had the same thing. And I didn't realize why was I so obsessed. I've listened to thousands of them now. But it woke me. So the awakening was happening. I realized it was supposed to happen. There's a whole story after that with the alien thing. But I'm telling you, I remember the moment, and it was. I'm telling you, Kay Casey is a podcaster, and it's like all these synchronicities came together. Like all of a sudden, I'm listening to Ryan Bailey. Then I find Kay Casey, who sends me to Surviving Death. I watch that, and I'm like, oh my god, like. It's all about heaven and how it's and now I'm completely connected to the other side, and I talk to angels and shit. And it's like. I didn't realize they were all around me. Like I didn't. I don't know how I went through my life with the shit that I went through and not feeling and not knowing what was on the other side. I needed to know that my Busha was there. That's all I needed to know. Because she left me so
early and you were so connected. Yeah.
And there's a story that I thought was real and it really wasn't. It was astro traveling. But I said to my dad one day, Dad, where is that place that I used to go with Busha with the underground tunnel slides and like the big amusement park? He's like, I'm like, Alcyon Lake Park. And, when she takes me to these places, like the underground slides, And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, that isn't a real, it's a place. It just has a bench. But in my dream state, she was taking me to this place called Alcyon Lake Park. And that's in my memories was real.
Yeah.
She wanted me to remember where I was from because it's from Planet.
It's
I just now
really
I know my
special when we connect to our family.
I got out of rehab. Okay, I was dying. I died, and I had nothing left. I had to go and get help. I was going to die if I kept doing this. I was not going to make it. And my parents, nobody was talking to me. I get out of. I go stay randomly with a friend who's in 2 towns over. I don't know anybody around here. I go and I lay in the bed that I'm in, the room that he gives me. I look across the street, guess what the sign is? Alcyon freaking Lake. I'm like, oh. And then I'm starting to put pieces together after that. But like, I was like, oh my God. And now, like, I've talked to different mediums and stuff. They're like, she was just wanting you to remember where you were from.
Yeah.
I was like, she said one day you were going to have that like awakening. And now I'm Snow White.
Oh, I love your gardening stuff. I love when Krista sends me pictures of her garden.
I'm telling you, I got to send you the groundhog that came up to me the other day. Another groundhog. It's Gordon's kid. It's Gordon's kid. Fat Gordon, the groundhog. He's like a little baby groundhog, and he's eating all my flowers, which is fine. He came right up to me. I'm like, babe, look, babe. My husband's watching me. I said, told you, it's no fucking white, babe. And he's like, I know. So literally,
we do have to get going though, because we said we were going to cut this at a half hour, and we're 50 minutes in.
Oh, we did. See, I forgot.
50 minutes.
This is why I thought I needed her.
Because we can go and go and go. So please still subscribe to Reality Tea with Krista Marie.
And my
Krista Marie, I'm hoping will be back.
I will. You just please. I know. I tell her to remind. It's not her job to remind me, but my lives are.
Yeah.
But her lives are. I mean,
but no, I will remind you. But thank you everybody for joining us. Please subscribe to Krista's channel. It's so much fun. I'm so grateful for everybody who showed up in our chats. Money Grace, it's so cool to see you. And I literally do think of you every time I use my popcorn bucket, which
is I get a Starbucks. I think of you, Money Grace.
Maureen, Kathleen, Jay was here.
I know.
The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Q and DJ was here. Oh, go subscribe to Q and DJ channel. She's doing a great job on reality TV.
Yes, I'm so impressed.
Oh, I am too. She's amazing. Also, please subscribe to the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Hit your bell notifications because you never know when any of us are going live.
Exactly. Make sure you hit the all button with the notifications bell because that helps. Make sure you get all of our notifications. No matter what, if you hit the all button, they can't for some reason. You'll get all of our notifications. Love you guys.
Exactly.
So grateful. So grateful for all of you. You have no idea. You guys are everything.
We are so grateful for everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, Krista. Did you want to promote anything on your channel before we go?
Just remember Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to go back to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting next week after Labor Day. But right now so Salt Lake starting. So Salt Lake, I'm sorry, OC and Salt Lake. But I think I'm going to do the deep dive. So from now on, after I get off of Erin, I'm deep diving into the Girardi thing. And I think on Monday, so for 2 weeks, I'm just going to go talk about the Girardi case on Mondays. So that's going to be Mondays live. And I know I love you so much.
Monday is, I believe, closing arguments.
I'm going to literally, whatever I can get, I'm going to deep dive to whoever has it. I think somebody on Instagram, I'm going to find it. Yeah. And I'm going to be with you guys for 2 weeks until Salt Lake starts. And then I'm hoping by then, like I'd have 3 franchises. I don't know. Because I give Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'll do that in the meantime. Salt Lake will be on Wednesday. I'm always live at 12:15, guys. So come over there. And I'm going to go back to doing Whose Side. I'm going to just go back. I always say I'm not going to recap, but I recap. And I never talk about whose side you on. I do.
Today you did.
I know. I'm going to have to keep going back to that because that's literally what I was going to do in the beginning. But okay, love you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
She's so cute.